I'm here to go beyond my limit, not to compromise. And you can tell me.
Hello, howdy, and how do you doing, ladies and gentlemen? As you can see, well, as I can tell, well, this is another fun little stream that we haven't announced yet, or we haven't shown for once. Because today is Franchise Friday. And as you can see here, I have a plan for Franchise Fridays. I'll be doing an entire playthrough of a mainline series from beginning to end. And today, thanks to my lucky people who watch on YouTube, we're going to be playing and beating every single Spyro the Dragon game. And this is a polarizing opinion, but I think this series is far better than the Crash Bandicoot series. And this is actually my old save file. Beat every single game in the franchise. So we're just going to be playing these games to the end, but with the original series and some, we'll be actually doing all of the adventures. Basically, there will be some titles I'll do 100% on, because I can. But in truth, I will just be playing the entire Spyro franchise, and that's a total of 13 Spyro games from beginning to end. And of course, we'll be doing the reignited version. That way we can actually cross out of the original trilogy as well as the reignited. Because I'm just going to... Because it is still technically the same game, you know, it is a little better, though there are some noteworthy flaws I've heard, but I think they've patched those out already. And we'll be also excluding Skylanders because that is not a Spyro game. Because they literally dropped Spyro from the name in the later title. So, without further ado, let's begin our adventure back into the Dragon Realms. And please, let there be a new Spyro game in the future. We have been waiting for one for eons. I mean, can you guys believe it's been... Ironically enough, even though it's not a Spyro game, Skylanders was the last Spyro game to come out. That was back in the 2010s. It's been 10 years, if not longer, since a real one. So, we better begin than the very beginning with Spyro the Dragon. In the world of dragons. Yeah, I am playing this on the Switch, by the way, so there will be some noteworthy load times, but it's the one I own.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have
Yep, there's Spyro on the bottom right.
treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
Well, that'll explain why they turn into gems.
Nasty Nork is a simple creature. Simple? He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat?
I like that they actually also put him... it's a TV situation.
Ugly?
Like live television. But he still gets love letters, it looks like.
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Doesn't even notice Spyro. I think he kind of lucked out because he was just still too small. The adventure begins. Ah, this is just beautiful. If you guys, let me know if there's any problems with the game and you're on your end.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Yep,
Free
there it goes.
10 dragons in the artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
So
Find
funny that it's Tom
dragons
Kenny
first.
voicing Spyro,
That's
the same
all
guy
I can
voices
tell you.
SpongeBob. If you didn't know that, now you know. Oop, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna collect every gem in this area because since there's no real power-ups, you can actually literally do everything and in all the worlds really easily. So there's no real backtracking. But you gotta... Well, Spyro 1 is still actually a really good classic, but we'll generally say the original still hasn't aged like butter. But when do first games of a series really age really well? Well, it's usually when the title. It's usually ironically enough the sequels that are better, because it prove upon what made the original good. Up. Ah, man, it has been a while since I played a Spyro game. Come on. I miss the hover, but then again, if they brought that back in the first one, then I feel like it would destroy the game entirely. Hey, there we go, we got a skill point. Burning some sheep. Gonna burn some sheep. Gonna burn some sheep. There, gotcha. Dark Hollow. Let's see. And there's a Spyro life. You know, I kind of wish, though, that we did get some representation of Crash or Spyro in Smash Brothers. I mean, Spyro would have been probably a spirit if Crash got represented in Smash. We all can agree on that, right? Ugh. There we go. Secret! Well, technically not secret. I mean, people who've played the original Spyro would know this. Let's see. I guess we'll free this dragon. Delbin.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Hey, let me adjust the resolution a bit, guys. No, that's not working. No, that's not working either. Because it's not looking good on my end. There. Okay, I think I got it to work a little more better. Kind of wish this... I always wonder what was behind this door, but I guess we'll never know. Let's see. Another dragon? Tomas.
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
Yeah, because Spyro is not a really great flyer as of yet. But hey, he's learning. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, there we... Town Square, don't go there yet. Not until I find all the gems in this level. As well as all the dragons. It's amazing how good this game looks. Hang on. Turn off the motion blur. Oh wow, there is a difference. And so I guess I just don't get motion sickness. But I'm really glad they brought this into the Reignited trilogy so you can find all the gems, because I mean, even if you've played this game front to back like I have, sometimes it always annoys the crap out of us as Spyro fans to find every gem. Burn! Okay, let's see. There we go. Alright, so this is got literally... Okay, let's go in here. Get all the gems in this area. Okay. Funnily enough, I always liked activating this dragon for some reason. Though his dialogue actually changes is once when you get enough dragon statues.
Cool flash.
Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
Okay, that's all the dragons. Now let's get all the gems here. And I've almost got all of the gems. Okay, that's all the gems in this area. 100% level complete. Alright, to Stone Hill. No. I think I made it worse. Hang on, I'm gonna mess around with this again. Sometimes this be like this. I don't know why, but in my stream, they have VTuber stream, and there's always scuff. Let's see. It looks like it's coming from my stream. It's coming from the VTuber stuff. Hang on. Okay, I think that could probably do it. Oh, boy, sorry this always keeps happening. But I don't know why I always keep getting scuff on my streams. Turn that off. Looks like that worked. Okay, no promises this time, but I think I got it. Close enough. All right. Collect all the gems. So would... Now here's a good question. Is Spyro considered a 3D platformer?
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Yeah, I doubt that. Okay. Okay, here's my ticket out of here. But we can't go that way just yet. Oh, I hear it. I hear that. Anyone who knows a Spyro game knows one of the worst sounds a character can make. Stop! You almost got me. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Are you a magician or are you a sheep herder? I'm gonna guess he's a sheep herder, but he looks like a wizard. Well, if he's a wizard, he's doing a real crap job. I still got a ways to go with the treasure. And I know there's a dragon egg. Oh, there's another guy. Gildas.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
Just don't do it while you're off the edge or you're gonna die. Let's see here. Okay. Where is that little punk? There's, of course, my exit. Oh, there he is. Get over here, you son of a gun. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ooh, once when I get you, you are in for a world of hurt. Almost. 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 Gotcha! Dragon egg! Whoop whoop! Alright. Let's find some more gems. let's see. Whole lot of nothing. Aha! But it'll pay off in the end. Because there are gems here. Yeah. I'm stuck. Nope. Okay, let's see. Come on. Invisible wall. And I almost got stuck there. In the well. Alright, where are we? Oh yeah, need a key. Gavin!
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Never really understood when they never really do explain how Sparks and Spyro are friends. I guess it's just like one of those things people don't really question anymore. Gonna leave him be. Just had to hit the beach. Only problem is, Spyro can't swim. At least not until Spyro 2. Okay. What's the best Spyro game in your guys' opinion? Because let's be for real, Spyro 3 definitely is where the series definitely peaked. There we go. Oh, that's not everything. I'm missing probably 7 gems. Right on the money. Okay, it's on the second floor. Just seeing if I can get some blue butterflies. First, nope, no one-up butterflies. Oh, yeah, there's a chest. Alright. That way. And there you are. Oh, I must be on the castle. I must have missed one. Ah, there you are. That's all the gems. And you're the last guy. Aster.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
Oh boy.
No thanks. See ya!
All dragons found. Level 100% done. So far, so good. We should be done in no time. Oh yeah, they drop little balls. Alright, let's talk to this guy again. And see, his dialogue will change.
Spyro?
Hey, Argus. And we get to fight Toasty.
Cool flash.
Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal behind me. You can challenge him now, if you feel you are ready.
Get this one out of the way, because Toasty kind of just sucks. I mean, first boss-wise, he is not fun. Not fun at all. I wouldn't say he's like one of the worst Spyro bosses, but I did have to see... I can't agree with Kid Icarus's video on why the bosses in this series are very weak. I mean, especially compared to 2 and 3, they're really good. Now! Oh, the agony. Bad dog. If you're a dog lover, please avert your eyes immediately. Okay, let's see. 100 gems and 1 dragon. Ha! Missed me. The rules... Well, I think I found Spyro's dodge roll in Super Smash Brothers. Okay. Well, so far so good. Alternate passage. Just so you can get the rest of those gems in the game. Just gotta press the fire-breathing attack as quickly as possible. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that was the quesadilla as well as leftover pizza for lunch. Oh, cool. Alright, Nevin.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, I like that in the artist. Yeah, I actually like that since this is called the Artisan World. A lot of the dragons are artists. Here are sheep. Ah. Hi, Toasty. Oh, missing a few gems, but they're right in front of me. 100%. Level done. Woo! That's 2 worlds down and a few more to go. We'll be beating this game in no time. There we go. 1. Kill the sheep. They're a bane on my existence. Okay. Let's go this way to the next world. There we go. Town Square. Woo! Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. It looks like he's trying to grab the gem under him. He's like, ooh, I almost got it. Chicken! There we go. Rescue Nils. He's also an artist.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
Ugh. Easy peasy. Mess with the bull? Well, I guess you, in this case, mess with the dragon, you get the flame. Okay, let's see. There's a dragon egg in this level, too. Oh! Well, that was dumb of me. Oops. First death in the game, because I forgot where the death pit was. Reigniting. Cute. But hey, it's not gonna be the end. And I bet you anything I could beat this game without getting a game over. Okay. Devlin. If you seen Just Go With It, you'll understand why that's funny.
Thanks, Spyro.
Huh. Even the
I
cake
had
says
word
thanks, Spyro.
edge on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
Already learned that. There we go. 2 for the price of 1. There we go. Ugh, that little bugger. There we go. Ungrateful. All right. Alvar.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run! I'm getting a little winded.
Now the question is, how do I get up there again? Let's see, not that way. I see. Okay. Yes! Ha ha! Oh, ew. Don't want to die again. Where'd he go? There we go. Okay, last dragon. There we go. 200 gems. And 4th dragon, Thor. And he's not even...
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
Well, there's our first one in this game. Our first thank you for releasing me. Okay, where are you? Okay. He must have went down. Yeah, I can hear him. Okay. I can hear him, but I don't see him. Oh, never mind, I found him. Ha! Gotcha! Second dragon egg, baby! This level is donezo. And go. Jump, 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 jump. And we're out of here. Hope you guys are enjoying this, cause I'm enjoying some Spyro gaming. I was hoping he'd spin. Okay, town square done. Things are just going quickly. Alright, next is Dark Hollow. Hey, cool. Laura's playing. You should give her a follow if you've seen her stuff. Ugh. Stage entrance. Bye. This is where the villains start getting a little tougher, because defeating all these enemies in this game is like solving a puzzle. Oh, blue one! That means a life! Gotcha! I like that he just falls flat. He's like, well, I tried. Albin.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Yeah. Some of these guys will have the same things they say. I think it's mostly for people who are for A, don't remember what happens, or B, depending on which level you choose, who's first. Fire! Duck, more fire! Frog. Ah, gotcha. Got you. I love the music in this game. It's like it has this very good action-based rhythm to it. Like it's calming yet adventurous. Did you get what I'm saying? There we go. And that makes 9. Ah! Oops. Ah! Huh, that didn't hurt me for some reason. You'd think his belly tackles would do some damage. Burn! Right in your keister. Ooh, a key! That's probably for the chest. Okay, which do you guys prefer? Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon? Personally, I think Spyro is better than Crash. Mostly because I think it has a better gameplay system. And I think the 100%ing the game is not utter bullcrap. Oswin.
Psst. Spyro, wanna know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Well, this is actually a surprisingly short level. And I've almost got all the gems. There's one more dragon. I already saw where he was. Gotta go backtrack a little so I can open that chest. Probably has what's left of the gems in there. Okay, 6 gems, 1 dragon. Darius, or is it Darius?
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
He looks definitely like a Shakespearean person. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. World complete. Whee! Okay, I think there's one more world left, and it was that secret one I found that was not so secret. Other than that, everything should be a cakewalk. Alright, I'm gonna give... Alright. There we go. 2. Sunny Flight. Oh yeah, this is the flying levels. I like when you try doing this, he's like, trying to grab the jet. It looks like he's grabbing the gem. He's like, I almost got you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. All right. I got 30 seconds to beat. Okay. Okay, there should be one more. All right. Now this one. I know there was probably a better way of doing it, but I forgot. Alright. The plane, the plane! I missed that one. one. Oh, gotta avoid that guy. Okay, almost got all these. Come on, up. Aha! Almost there. Okay, 2 more. And... Woo! That's all of them. That's 1,000 gems. And with that, we are done with this world. I can't believe we beat the first world in under an hour. Heck, not even 50 minutes. Ah! Alright, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Alright. Okay, just getting my marbles. Getting some sheepies. Yep, that's everything in the artisan's world.
Wow! I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeepers world if you like. Are you ready to go?
To the Peacekeepers! And I'm gonna charge my chatterbox. I love that Spyro just jumps on their heads. Doesn't really care about them. God, does kind of make Spyro look like a jerk. Can't shoot fire or change the angle of Spyro, unfortunately. Ah, the Peacekeepers world. You know, ironically enough, it's called Peacekeepers, but I think it's the War Zone. Yeah, it's the War Zone. Titan.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
Gotcha. Gonna collect all the treasure, slay a bunch of... There we go. Okay, this, of course everyone knows about the most infamous thing about this place, right? Dry Canyon. If it's anything like Dry Desert or that one on Mario Kart 8 track, the one with the dry Bowser skull, oh, it's probably gonna suck. You see? That's funny. You look away. I'm sorry, what? And... it's just so funny! How can people find out that funny? I mean, that's attention to detail. Let's see. Okay. Don't know what these clams are. Oh, I thought I died for a second. Oh. Nope, that's an ice cavern. I'm in a desert world, yet I can somehow get... Oh, invisible wall. Weird. Fire in the hole! Okay. Funnily enough, when I replayed when I played the Reignited trilogy, or when I finally beat this game, I forgot to I missed the level and I didn't 100% it, so I was wondering why I didn't get the 100% bonus. It was just me being stupid. Nothing here. Alright, let's see. Oh, ran over a rabbit. Let's see. Killed another rabbit. Fire in the hole! Ugh, excuse me. I had a quesadilla for dinner, so that's probably it. There we go. Let's see. Gotcha. Gotta be very careful, because imminent death. I should probably be on the other side. Better jump radius. Okay, I'm gonna save that spot for later. And let's go this way. Yep, there's another one of those little buggers. Oh, dead. Didn't even get a chance to run. I'm just that good. Oh yeah, key. Ah! Gunnar. Or Gunner. Gunnar?
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick...
Roast those enemies and collect the treasure.
It's also kind of funny that the Peacekeepers world, the characters are literal warriors. So it's nice to know that they're working with the theme of the worlds. Oh no! Oh, there I'm a goner. That last jump. It always gets the best of us. I should have charge jumped. There we go. Go, 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 go. All right. And key. Now, let's see. How do I get back? I guess I fly. Well, at least these guys stay dead. Unless... None here. Oh, that was a life. I was paying attention. Alright. Magnus. Hey! Like the Kid Icarus character name.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
Of course, he'd have to be chunky in order to explain that. Oh, not again! Ugh. I hate this world sometimes. Well, on the upside, at least I'm back here. Okay. There we go. 200 gems. And now we're gonna take a night flight. Night flight. Or actually, night flight. Night flight. Like Gizmo. I sound like I do a pretty good Gizmo impression, don't I? Night flight. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Rings. Okay, that's one. Uh-oh. Come on. Go, 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 go. Okay, one more of the treasure chests, and... And... Oh! Oh, no, 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 no! 2, 1... Ah! We were so close, too. Dang nabbit. Dang nabbit! Raise your ration, raise your ration, raise your ration. Okay, gotta fly. Fly like an eagle. Or yes, please, fly like a dragon. Hey, you know what's a genre that's kind of really... you know what kind of fantasy is really underrated? Sky Pirates. Think about it. All the coolest stuff that's Sky Pirates related, it never really gets used. Oh, crap. Come on. Okay. Okay, come on, almost over there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh, so close. Oh, that was not a smart move. Try again. Did Spyro just... I could have swore he appeared twice. Okay. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Oh no! Well, I gotta start over. Ah! What's it? Oh! See, he did it again! It happened when I pressed the A button. There we go. Come on. Come on, up, up, up. Okay, okay, okay. Count up! Oh, dang it! It's the lanterns that keep on screwing me up. This might be one of the hardest ones in the game. Don't take my word for it, though. I'm pretty sure there are probably harder ones that I probably don't remember. Okay, and fly. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the arches this time. Yep, crud. Come on. Oh, I see. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's so... Oh! With only a second to spare, let's go! I mean, I bet you some people have done it far better. But hey, we are done with this area. Whoop, whoop. I wonder if we can beat the whole game by in a single stream. I'll tell you one thing, though. It pays to be a Spyro fan, because you can do stuff like that. Oh. Okay, I don't think there's a world there. I guess we'll do the boss next. Dr. Shemp. More like Dr. Shoot. Or maybe Dr. Sucks. Cool eclipse. Thank goodness I'm wearing glasses. Alright, let's see. Just have to be careful. Well, I told the witch doctor that I would burn up you. There we go. Ah! Where'd he go? Dude just ran off a cliff. How funny. There we go. They just fall off the cliff like dumb, like freaking lemmings. Burn. Going up. Aha. Ooh. Well, there's Dr. Chump. Okay. Treasure chest. Or treasure chest key. So we gotta get that. Oh, missed it. Probably been better if I just did this. Dang it! My timing's off. Haha! Gotcha. Okay, gotta fly to that rock. Come on. Yes! Whee! Alright, you're free, Trondo. Dr.
Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I'll tell you one thing. He should watch his back.
And he's being quite literal, because you gotta shoot him right in his ass. It's kind of embarrassing. Ha! See? Right in the ace. Ha! See? In the ace. Alright, last gem. Well, actually, might not be entirely true. Dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Last one. Okay, the rest of the gem should be here. 25. The second funniest number. Next to 24. Okay, I just don't want to screw up and fall to my doom. Doom. Whee! But hey, we're making great progress. 1,800 gems, 2 levels in a world. Just gotta wait for the fly. Hit-choo! Take that. Cliff. There we go. And I got a life out of it. Alright, next up is Dry Canyon. Oh. There we go. Yeah, everything's... Just checking to see if I have everything down. Ugh. There we go. Bunnies! Dead! Die! Okay. Just searching for gold, searching for gems, because dragons like collecting gems. That should have hit me. I don't know why it didn't. Bam, 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 boom. Ha! You missed. Oh, you. Come on. Oh. Didn't mean to hit those. But I meant trying to hit you, you little... Get over here. Almost. Gotcha. Whew. 4 dragon eggs. Nowhere to go but up. Conan! O'Brien!
What? Huh? Oh. Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
You're welcome. Bye. 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 I still like that they still have those knockout animations. It adds more character. But I really want that new Spyro game. It has been so long. I mean, I'm thankful for the Reignited trilogy, but still, an authentic new Spyro game, and that improves upon what made the originals good. Also, bring back characters like Bird and Agent 9. Maybe Sheila too. Make her levels also vertical, just like how the games work. Because Year of the Dragon really is peak Spyro. I've never actually played any of the I've never actually played the remade trilogy, so I wouldn't, and so I can't really say about those. But if people like them, they like them. I like a good beat 'em up or action RPG, but you know, everyone's got different opinions on things, and I almost just ran into my death. Ah! You missed me. And now you're dead. Let's see. Great, I need a key over there. Oh, at least I got a life, and I'm on lucky number 13, baby. Ivor.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about?
What are you hear when you're in a
wee puff of smoke? We've known. You've known.
what?
I forget.
Maybe all I know is about the new one is apparently it's very story driven, and the fact that Spyro is voiced by Elijah Wood makes it even more funny. I don't know, the fact that and it's really interesting. Apparently, there was talks of a Spyro movie, But considering when it was coming out, when video game movies were still bad, odds are it wouldn't have been really good. Because I've heard people are not crazy about that. Ooh, gems. Gems. Collecting gems. Firework! Oh. Well, I need a key, so I can't go there yet. So... Bird. Bye, bird. Hi. Going for the sneak attack. Boris! Hello, I am Boris. Nice to meet you.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
He's like, yeah, sure. I think he wanted me to glide all the way over there, but, ooh, but I could glide over there. Hey, he was right. It pays to be a good glider. Let's see. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Three. You know, funnily enough, there's a lot of Spyro games I'm surprised I never played, because I did grow up with the trilogy, and I did play Enter the Dragonfly, unfortunately. I wonder if there's a higher area for me to jump. No, I'd lose glide momentum that way. But I could use running momentum. Dang it. I'm not a good glider. Alright, let's see. Yep. Okay, let's try that again. Because I know I can do it. Oh, so close! Dash, 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 dash. I don't think going that way would actually help, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, no, it's too far. Dash, 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 dash. Ah, dang it. Okay, how far are you from? Actually, you know what? It's not so bad. But it's gonna be quite a big turn. Okay. Okay. Yes! I told you I could do it. Maximus! Or
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
Mmm, food. Ooh, that was terrifying. Okay, that's all the dragons. I've already got the dragon egg. And now that I have the key, I can go to the this part of the level and get the rest of the gems. Okay. This appears to be the highest point. So I'm gonna do a run. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Woo! For a second there, I thought I wasn't gonna make it. And that's all the gems in this area. We're done with this world. Okay. Okay, yep. That's everything. Whee! I really love how fluid Spyro's movement is. It's always hard to make bipedal characters, I've heard. That's why there's not really that many in Smash Brothers. But it's kind of unfair, because characters with 4 legs are really cool. This guy just killed... Dude just murdered his own member. Oh. Did you see that? The guy was sliding! I'm not joking when I said the guy was sliding. Oh. Okay, oh, there we go. Cliff Town. Let's say hi to Cliff while we're at it. Still interesting that we got 60 followers. And yet I'm so close to being an affiliate. Affilianato. A finito. Alf. Look at this bandito. Okay. Okay. Cliff Town is a little tricky. We don't want to mess with that. There we go. Lizards! Ain't it weird that Sparks will literally eat anything? And it's that turns into a butterfly? You know, I kind of find it really strange that that all the creatures turn into butterflies. All right, who are you, buddy? Halvor. Nice hammer.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
There we go. 15 lives. You! Get over here. Get over. Here you. Son of a... Monkeys. Uncle. Get him. I'm gonna get you. I am going to get you. I'm almost gonna get you. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Gotcha. It's all about timing. Zorro reject. But we just hit each other. I'm not gonna be mad. That's actually a little impressive. Oh, dang it. There he goes. Sweet. But we can go but we can go even higher. How many are there? 400 gems. Should be a cakewalk. I mean, the real deaths have been more for my pure stupidity. There we go. Gotcha. Oop. Got you guys. Oh, but I almost missed you. And all right, we got half of the gems now. And here's another dragon. Enzo!
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Nice burn. Come on. And made it. Let's see. Oh, missed some gems over there. Those would have been a pain to find. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Going up. Come on. Almost, almost, almost goes. Yes! Stupid birds. Lizard? Lizard. Ha! Ah! You can't mess with dragons. Marco!
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
Well, at least I get a whirlwind out of that. So I can... Oh! Right. Invisible force field. But there is But if memory corrects me, there is a secret in this part of the world. When you've been playing Spyro for as long as I have, you can remember these things. Alright. I'm gonna take that whirlwind up. Clearly this would be Spyro's up special, because I can't picture anything else, and he would go into an auto glide. Or he would have a glide, but that mostly because this would be his only vertical recovery. Because Spyro specializes in horizontal. Oh, dang it. I think it's those last two. Yep. Woohoo! 100%. Another world done. Fobuda. And there we go. Hooray! You think when Spyro sneezes, he also breathes fire? Or will it be like flame boogers? Oh, see, he's sliding! He's sliding! He's sliding again! I told you I wasn't crazy. Now we got 16 lives, and there's one more world. The Ice Cavern. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, someone should make a compilation of every time I've burped on stream. Because I know there are generally some people who find it gross, some people find it funny, and some people might think I have a problem. Well, that should have warmed him up, not kill him. I mean, because it's freezing out here. And the guy wasn't even wearing a shirt. Okay. Oh, I actually feel kind of warm. Hey, a life one. Ulrich.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Oh, I got it. Bam, bam, boom. Use a bat. Talk to our big friend here, Todor.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Ooh. I see an opportunity. And he sticks the landing, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, where am I? Ah, miss me. Ooh, cave. Thank you. There we go. I'll get you in a bit. Okay. Woo! Ha! Miss. Ha ha! Alright, where am I? Aha! Jump, jump. And there. Huh. I guess I could have gone that way to get the key. Pop, 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 pop. I bet I can go this way. There we go. Speed strats. Bam. Ooh, I'm missing a few dragons. Oh, right. I totally forgot about him. Left him behind. Hmm. 3 clams. Okay, we'll save you. Asher.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
Okay, 2 more dragons. And bam! Uh-oh! Whoa! Bye! Bye! There's the other one. Okay. These look like gems. And that... Oh, I guess that bat was taking a nap. Bye! Never bring a snowball to a dragon fight. Ragnar.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right.
Ready for what?
You'll find out soon enough. Or not. That's weird. Oh, I get it. Oh, I gotta backtrack. Anyways. Whoa. Normally, I'll get that dragon in on the way back. And I made it this time. Gotta go. 400 gems. Booyah! Here comes the dragon train. Hey, Andor. No, I'm not really crazy about that show, I'll be real with you.
Thank you for releasing me.
Of course. There's the other one. And we're done with this world. In fact, we're actually done with all the worlds in the Peacekeepers area. Peacekeepers complete. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Binary Sirloin. Welcome to the stream. I am the Angel Star. And what you're experiencing is my beating of every single Spyro game. This here, well, obviously we're playing Spyro 1 first, the reunited version. I know some people want me to play the original, and honestly, I can't blame them. It's still a classic. But this way, we get rid of both the original game and the trilogy, all in one, and we're just wrapping up with the second world.
I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
Yep. I always love jumping on their heads. It's funny. Oh boy. So, there were actually a total of 13 Spyro games. 15 if you count the Reignited Trilogy as its own game entirely, even though it's a remake. And Skylanders we're going to pull a mulligan on because that does not count as a Spyro game because it is not a Spyro game. It is a game that advertises Spyro even though it is actually just advertising Skylanders. And yes, I'm very bitter about that. Well, here we are in the Magic Crafters. We're going to collect all the treasure in this hub area. Oh, I almost fell into the water. Oh, these... Ha! You missed me. Alright. Cosmos.
Welcome to Magic Crafters.
And he's mage themed.
I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
We're already doing that. Because at least for the trilogy and possibly the Enter the Dragonfly, if I can tolerate it, we're gonna do 100%, and we're gonna be doing a 100% run on those games. The rest, however, well, actually, with some exceptions, some games we'll do a 100% run on. because wouldn't feel right if we didn't do 100% on some games. Ha! Got him! Go! There we go. Let's see. Alright, and you're free to go. Just checking if there's treasure. And you're free to go, Xantor.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go
Indeed it
ahead.
is.
Try it.
I've got the power! Woo! I almost ran into this guy. And into that world. Crystal Flight looks like to be. Boldar.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
Okay, that's all the dragons. Now let's get all the gems. Shouldn't be hard enough. Then again, that guy's gonna be fun. Ha! Gotcha. 25. One of the funniest numbers to get. A key. Let's see. I think it wants me to supercharge. Or that one. Whoa! Take that! Take that! Take that! Okay, where to go? Who will go? Blowhard. There's a joke there somewhere, but it's beneath me. Let's see. Okay. You missed this entire spot. Thanks, jerk. I'll generally be real. Besides the first hub world in Spyro, this one, the rest of them are not that great. Ha! Oh, find me in the Alps. No, how do... It's like the worst. It's like the worst spot. Ah, got him! He just ran into me like a goober. Okay, that's the egg. Still need a few gems. This way. There's a gem. Ah! Okay, let's see. Where are you? Ah, I see. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna go up there. And then I'm gonna fly. Whew. Booyah! Life number 20. There we go. Alright, time to take on... to the flight world! Ugh, excuse me. So we'll hand... So it should be only a few small worlds, and then... Okay. 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 One down. A lot to go. Okay. Got 30 seconds to find everything else. I'm missing a plane. And a gate. Oh, and I find both of them. And I find both of them in the last second. How fun. He. How did I miss all of them? Oh, freaking water. Try again. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Oh, I missed. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, got it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 4, 3. One more. Yes! Woo! And with very little time to spare. Ooh, excuse me. Seriously though, how many times have I burped on stream? I'm pretty sure it's a lot. Nope. Forgot. Enemies respawn after you leave a world. Take that. Great. Yep. Yay! Perfect. Just as I go to fight Blowhard. Do, blow me down. Gonna get it? Don't want. Yeet. Shocking, wasn't it? So I heard the new Pokemon anime just came out. Anyone got any thoughts on it? Oh, found Blowhard. Just an old man. There we go. There we go. Altair.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I.
You look like a dragon.
I'm out of here.
You know, I'm generally... Oh, no, wait. They did try, but they failed miserably. I was going to say, why they never made a cartoon about Spyro, but then I remember Skylanders technically counts. Unfortunately. Ooh. Oh, no! Bye, Spyro. Oh, drowning is such a sweet sorrow. Oh boy. And okay. Found Blowhard again. Take that! Yeah, jerk! What did I even do to you? You know, technically, yeah, he hasn't really done anything. He just stands there. Okay. Hey, Blowhard. Bye, Blowhard. Oh, and that's all of them. Alright, with 4,000 gems. I think I got enough to go to the next world, actually. But again, we're gonna do a 100% run on the first few games. And of course, we will be going in numerical order of when they released. Let's see. Yo, he's so friendly looking. Why is he a jerk? Okay. Ouch. I missed both of them. Okay, that one I got. All right. To Alpine Ridge. Okay, what's the best mission in Spyro? Or I guess, which interpretation of Spyro's moves is like the best one? I like that. Oh boy. It's like he's dive bombing. He's like, going down! Bye! Ow. It's like he's saying ow. Ha! Got you before you could use your magic. Ow, ow. I'd love if I actually blew it on that thing, or blew fire on that so hard it would hit an enemy. Wouldn't that be funny? Zane!
Oh, Spyro! You're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
I guess he's afraid of him. But hey, it's a good thing I'm here. Spyro the Dragon. I've heard that he's actually going to be playable in that new Crash Bandicoot game, which is basically going to be one of those free-to-play games, but unfortunately, it's going to actually cost money to buy the whole thing. Listen, I'm not going to say it's going to be bad or anything, but everything in that I just hope that everything that the game comes with is completely free, and there's a way to play with multiplayer, even without its online capability. Because let's be real, when it comes to those types of games, means they're never going to last long. Because we're at that point where people are getting tired of free-to-play because people don't have time for free-to-play. Though, honestly, I think CTR did a really good job because it actually had a game with it. Eldred! And the money's question. And you don't really need the money.
Thank you for releasing me.
Best way, actually, to farm money in CTR Nitro Fueled, ironically enough, is through, is to play on the weekends. That's what my best friend did. Didn't spend a single dime on the game, besides, you know, the launch. Ah! Okay, I'll leave you alone. Oh, I missed those. There's a gem over here? Actually, correction, over there. Come on, almost there, almost there, almost there. Ha! Who's laughing now, sucker? Abraca, cool off. I gotta be careful there. Ha! Okay. I'm gonna go for the door. I regret everything. Crap! Reigniting. Alright, fireproof. I have slain these mighty beasts. Ow! Take that, jerk. Xander!
Great work, Spyro! If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the magic crafter's world.
Sweet. Shame Spyro doesn't know any magic. You know, being a dragon and all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Like drifting. Come on, you're almost there. Gotcha! Haha! Kevin! Oh, I thought it was Kevin, it's Kelvin. Kelvin Klein.
Remember that these blue thieves
wolves have stolen eggs outside the Magic Crafter's world as well.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Well, I've gotten already most of the... Okay, come on. Dang it! Nah, I've got lives to spare. Let's see. I should have thought of this. Well, that didn't work. Oh, crap! Well, that blew up in my face quite literally. I could have swore I hit the fire breath. Still got lives. How many? How are there so many gems left? Alright, Sparks, show me the way. Oh, at least that makes up for the ones I lost. Okay. There we go. And we're done with this world. Okay, I think I have more deaths here, but I haven't gotten a game over yet. We're definitely already well past the halfway point, I'm pretty certain. Because I know that the Swamp World's next, and then there's Nasty Nork's World, if I remember correctly. Because, like I think the guy said, there are 6 worlds in total. And it's easy to get through all these worlds pretty easy. And I missed you both. Okay. Hey, we killed each other that one time. Come on. Come on. Not worth it. To the high caves. Cause I got high. Cause I got high. Cause I got high. What was that? Oh, man. Alright, where to... After this one, I gotta remember which worlds are left. I always like it when I'm starting a world, it makes it look like I'm trying to get the gems. Looks like Spyro took the high thing quite literally. Ah, an airbender! Run before Shyamalan makes reboots of them. Hmm. All right, Cyrus.
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
Yeah, they get annoying. Okay. Gotcha. There we go. Well, that works to my benefit. Nothing of importance. Oh, the fairies! This is where I won't die. From falling over and over again. Even though they should be in the hub worlds. Just saying. Oh, right. I can only supercharge these spiders. I'll tell you one thing, they're an arachnophobe's worst nightmare. Yeep. Go. Ah! I see why they made a back entrance now. It's because for the arachnophobes who are scared of this area. Jerk. Ajax! Or Francis, if you've seen Deadpool.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
Alright, so I just need to supercharge. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Nothing up here, but needed to go down. Dang it. Thanks. All right. Oh, I hit it with, I did the thing I wanted it to do. Oh man, that is some irony right there. Let's see. But hey, that was great. Oh man, that was gold. On the exit. Found my way back. Found a way to kill the spiders. Cedric!
Try combining your supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
Bye. Sayonara. Adios. Still need a hunt. Still missing one of those little buggers. Oh right, there was one cave one path of the cave I didn't take yet. This way. Yep, more spider. And what's worse, I'm out of sparks. All right. No sheep here. Sheep. All right. Dang it. Didn't jump high enough. Okay. Dang it. Hit the pole. Dang it. Oh, come on. Well, I tried. Oh, I heard the little bugger. Darn it. Darn it. Yeah, not interested. Yeah, that definitely seems like a scam type of situation. And darn it. Ha! Made it! Oh! Oh boy. Oh! Find me in the Alps. Oh boy. Oh. Go. Ooh. Super breath. All right. Ooh. Okay. Now, I just gotta remember a path to take in order to get to that area. I think it wants me to go in a circle. I have to be very careful. Dang it. Didn't work. From the top. Whoa, what the? Well, I did not see that coming. All right. Darn it. Wait, it looks like... Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. But I've got to time it perfectly. And that was not perfectly. Come on. Okay, one more gem. Or I guess two. Get back here! Gotcha! And we're done with this world. Let's make it like a hockey stick and get the puck out of here. Ooh, excuse me. That was a bad one. Okay, let's see. Done that world. Done that world. Yeesh. Shocking development. Ah, here we go. The Wizard's Peak. This should be the last area of this world, and then we'll, once when we 100% this area, we'll call it a stream, ladies and gentlemen. Ha! There we go. Take that, you black mage wannabe. we go. Up. Oops. Jarvis. Jarvis. Oh, wait, that's Alfred.
Welcome to Wizard Peak. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
No, I can always also torch them. There we go. All right. Okay. Too much danger. Run you over. And I'm dead. Quit mocking me! Oh, hello, Mr. Moody Cooley 22. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm trying to beat every single Spyro game on which is known as Franchise Fridays. There we go. Oh, dang it. That was not really well timed. Ooh, I know. I'm doing good, actually. Hey, you know, just, we're gonna be wrapping up World 3, and then we're gonna call it a stream. You know, raid someone. But of course, I always stream on weekdays. So you don't want to miss out on some really cool stuff. Woo! Right on the money. Okay, I know I hear that little bugger. He is mocking. All right, I know what he will. Gotcha! Thought you can get away from me, huh? But I gotcha, sucker! Okay, where to get down? Oh boy, that's not gonna be fun. Yep, I hear another one. Man, these little guys are really. These guys love to be on your nerve, don't they? But when they wouldn't be thieves if they wouldn't know what to do what they do best. Hexus rescued.
Well done, Spyro. Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, that's like I think the third one that said that. Let's see. Got him. Oh, that was the last egg. And that hurt. 2 for 1. Yeah, I know. For some reason, I mean, at least with the new Crash, at least with the upside about there being new Crash games is that at least they do include Spyro in them. But the problem is that they always, for some reason, think Spyro is a Crash series, or is part of the Crash series. One thing I would love to see is Insomniac do something with Spyro again.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a secret area in the Artisan's home world near the waterfall. Try jumping on the stones there.
Artisan's home world? Waterfall. Sounds good.
I already did that, though. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to supercharge again. Let's do this. Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Insomniac's actually not as bad as I think I remember them. I mean, they're the same people behind the Ratchet and Clank series, and they're owned by Sony. They're not owned by Activision, and Crash was made by Naughty Dog. Originally made by Naughty Dog. Yeah, exactly. Oop. Let's see. Looks like there's still more gems. This in this direction. The question is... Oh, you know what? It might be... Yeah. Aha! I got it. I missed. Yeah, true. They're more of a Sony thing, but they have worked on other projects. Fun fact, Insomniac actually worked on an Xbox game named Sunset Overdrive. It doesn't mean that they're entirely, oh dang it, owned by Sony, but it's nice to see that Insomniac still know how to make high-quality games. Not just Ratchet and Clank, but, you know, they are also the ones in charge of the Spider-Man series now. I am terrible at timing that jump. Okay. But I can do it. Oh, so close! Yeah, I know. Toys for Bob are really great, and honestly, I've heard good things about the new Crash Rumble game, but it is going for that Battle Pass system, but I feel like that's more what Activision wanted, not Toys for Bob. Oh man, but still, seriously. If they do make a new Spyro game, I'll definitely put it in the beat everything's list. It's because I'm, as you can tell from this little icon right here, I do plan on beating every single Spyro title. Well, with the only exceptions being the Reignited trilogy, because, you know, I'm currently doing that right now. And I know people would want me to play the originals, and... I'm trying... Oh, I think I just jumped too early. That's my problem. Oh, nope, that was too late. Yeah, I think they tried to make Spyro and Sparks grow up, but I think that was like the Legends Spyro games. I'm not really familiar with them, if I'm going to be real with you guys. So I can't really give my honest opinion of whether or not they're good. I can only go by other people's opinions on the games. But once when I do play them, I will give you my own honest opinions. The only exception would be for this beating every single Spyro game is the Skylander series, because those are not Spyro games. And we all know this. Oh, come on, I was right there! Yeah, I've heard there... Yeah, the Legend series is a mixed bag, I've heard. I kind of lost my direction. Sense of direction. For a second. Oh! How'd I miss that? Ah, man, It's simple. It's kind of the same situation like why... basically, popular franchises, they sell real well. And Spyro was a pretty popular franchise. Okay, now I see. I think I was supposed to... Oh, that's what you were trying to say when you say, no, not this way. My bad. I guess I wasn't understanding. Oh! Whew. One of the upsides about the reboot. They technically find a way to make the hover work without needing it. At least there's a lot of sheep to fry. I'd love to actually do a moveset concept for Spyro in the future. I mean, I've already done one for Crash Bandicoot. Oh. Oops, I guess I missed some treasure that way. Yeah, though I think characters like Eruptor, I think a lot of people nowadays think Eruptor is like the face of Skylanders. There's, again, no real Skylanders knowledge myself. Yeah, we need a new Spyro game. And Toys for Bob, I think, would be the right people to do it. I mean, considering how well they did the Reignited trilogy. Too early. I should really remember to glide. Oh! Oh, really? Okay, let me go back to the other place then. Definitely not that. Luckily, this is the last world in this area. Okay, let's see. Oh, cool, life. 23 lives. Though I have died already a few times. Okay, so... Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I could see Spyro being a part of a party game either. I don't think it's this way. Oh, nope. I think I found it. Oh, nope. Sparks is showing the right direction. So... Seriously, I'm missing... Yeah, I've heard the Game Boy games, I've heard, are pretty good. Okay, this is weird. Okay, this is really weird. It says there's 2 gems left, but Sparks doesn't see any. Oh wow, we're already halfway done with the game. Let's see. Oh! Oh! Oh man, that is embarrassing. Alright. It's not here. Maybe if I jump to my Doom. Because seriously, that shouldn't be right. Spark should be sensing all the treasures, yet there's 2 gems missing. Reigniting. What the? Wow, seriously? Well, at least we're now done with this world. And we already have more than half the game done. With already 5,500 gems. So let's get to... So I'm just going to 100% end the next area. And then we'll call it a stream, everybody. And don't forget, if you guys are wanting to see more Spyro stuff, I will be streaming I'll be streaming more Spyro on Fridays. Let's see. Magic Crafters, Alpine Ridge, High Caves, Wizard Peak. Yeah, that's all of them. And thank you for the follow, Harashima. There's also other cool stuff we actually like doing here on the stream as well. For example, we actually have every Thursday I always play an obscure video game. Wednesdays we watch movies and old school cartoons. You can actually watch my previous playlist of all of Cyber 6. I am mostly quiet during those, just so you can enjoy the show. But I am going to have a little more commentary on the other stuff.
Spyro, for recovering so many of our dragon eggs. Hop aboard for the Beastmaker's world if you're ready. Would you
Sure
like
thing.
to go?
Footstool jump. Mondays we do more different types of games, so I could probably be playing also more Spyro on Mondays as well as other titles. Tuesdays are usually Tuesdays, so I do like animation-inspired games or mostly licensed titles. I'm going to be wrapping up Breaking the Rules and then immediately playing Ed, Edd n Eddy The Misadventures on that day for next week. And for Wednesday, which will be the watching one I was mentioning before, we're actually going to watch Top Cat the movie. Yeah, Top Cat had a movie, and it was like one of the biggest box office films at the time in Mexico until Coco. That's true. Look it up. Oh, they do actually do say thank you for releasing me, but I do think they changed some of the audio up in the Reignited. Let's see. Let's just collect everything around here, because it can be a royal pain. Because I am not a big fan of the hub worlds here in this place. Yeesh. Terrace Village. Bruno! Oh, no, no.
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified junk heap.
I also like that for the Reunited, they actually give a lot of the dragons you rescue the same theme, the theme that goes with their worlds. So, like, if you notice, the artisan dragons, they actually are into the fine arts, whether it be cooking, and painting, and all that jazz. Or, of course, the peacekeepers, they're warriors. Yes, Top Cat actually had an animated movie. Yeah, that Hanna-Barbera Top Cat. I actually found it at a dollar store, or for, well, $1. True story. You know, funnily enough, I do, well, if you don't know, my YouTube channel, I actually do moveset concepts. I originally was doing multiverses ones, but considering how much of a downhill spiral the game's gotten, and they're rebranding the game next year, I decided to just continue it, at least until the hype's back up for it. I was planning also, I've already done one, I've only did characters so far my favorites and fun, interesting ones, like Daffy, Dorothy, and Lucifer Morningstar, but I also plan on Dick Dastardly and Muttley, as well as Bitch Puddin' from Robot Chicken. But mostly I do moveset concepts. I'm already working on season 3, which is an all-entire Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. I've already done one for my favorite Grafaiai, and next up is...
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I gotta go.
Great line. And the next character is Iron Valiant, which is, of course, the Paradox Pokemon, but I think the one after him is going to be really more fun for me, because it's a big fan favorite. Exactly! It gives them a little more character. Or even though if they do sometimes say the same dialogue, like, "Thank you for releasing me!" Oh, treetops. That's a pretty well. I'm saving the treetops for next week. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Because we will be wrapping up. Okay, no. And then we get to the better Spyro titles, because nothing against the original Spyro, but let's be real, the original Spyro has an aged perfectly, and I think the Reignited shows that. Bam! Yeah, some people don't like it because of the complicatedness of, that one level. But Tree Chops is great. Okay, here's a little bit of I think I've already mentioned this early in the stream, but this is my personal opinion on Spyro. I think he's a better collectathon than I think he's a better platformer than Crash. And one of the big reasons I say this is because of one thing, and that is trying to collect all the gems, collecting everything. Yeah, the lines were remastered, though some games do sometimes reuse the same audio. For example, the Medieval used the same audio because they couldn't really use the same voice of the villain from the original Medieval because he sadly passed away. But they did at least make sure the audio for the game was actually really nicely done. Exactly. I think Spyro is a better platformer than Crash. And I think it has more to do with the fact that how Crash and Spyro play. There we go. More gems. Oh, yes, especially the last level. Well, the last level, I mean, I'm usually pretty okay with a lot of games, but I'm pretty good with a lot of platformers. I mean, I grew up on platformers, but my golly, Crash really does put your mind to the test. Yeah, well, maybe not yet. I mean, Kratos is already on... I mean, God of War is on Steam already. And so is Naughty Dog made it, but I forget what it was called again. The one with Nathan Drake. No, Uncharted. No, I was thinking of Uncharted because that's also on Steam too. Well, I think... Well, it's already been 3 hours. You got a lot of stuff pretty much done. So next week we'll be continuing the rest of Spyro 1. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, especially Mr. Moody and you too, Harashima. And I hope you guys are excited for many of the other streams we'll be doing next week. I will give you guys updates on both my YouTube channel and Twitter and Coffee. Though the Coffee link is actually not there yet. I've been meaning to do that, but I've been a little lazy on it. Yeah, it's a shame they never remade Medieval 2. I mean, that's a little underappreciated. Have you heard the soundtrack on that game? It's really good. But I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and especially my time with Spyro. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing the rest of it. So we're going to be rating someone. So I'll see who's ready to... Let's see who we can raid right now. Let's see. Let's go with... Let's see. Let's go with... Oh, let's go with my pal, Aiko. Oh, he's a pretty cool... He's a pretty good boy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Angel Star, signing off.